in a vibrant village nestled in the heart of Nigeria, where the sun kisses the earth with a golden glow, lived a girl named Adana. She was like a rare pearl, the only one in her village with skin as fair as the moon and hair like threads of spun gold. From the day she was born, she was different. While her friends, Kiamaka and Amika, had skinned the rich color of the soil, hers was Polly, making the bright sun her constant challenger. Growing up wasn't always easy. Other children would sometimes whisper and stare, calling her Oyinbo, a name for a foreigner, even though her roots ran as deep in the village as the oldest Iroko tree. Her mother, Nika, would always hold her close, telling her stories of the moon who chose to shine brightly among the stars. "You are not just different, my Adana," she would say, her voice a comforting melody. "You are special. Your light is meant to shine in its own way." Adana loved her village. She loved the smell of rain on the dusty paths, the taste of sweet mangoes from the market, and the sound of drums during the New Yam festival. But she often wished she could blend in, to run and play under the midday sun without a care in the world. She would spend her time under the shade of a large mango tree, reading books and dreaming of a world where her skin didn't define her. One year, a terrible drought fell upon the land. The rivers ran low, the crops withered, and a shadow of worry stretched over the village. The elders gathered, their faces etched with concern. They spoke of an ancient legend, a story about a hidden spring deep in the whispering woods, a spring that only someone with the light of the moon could find. For generations, they thought it was just a tale, a story for children. But now, it was their only hope. All eyes turned to Adana. Fear and hope mingled in her heart. The whispering woods were known to be a confusing, dense place where many had gotten lost. Could she, the girl who always felt out of place, be the one to save her home? With her mother's blessing and the hopeful eyes of the entire village upon her, Adana decided to try. Carrying a water gourd and her father's old map, which had never made sense to anyone before, she ventured into the woods. The trees were so thick they blotted out the sun, creating a world of shadows. But here, in the dim light, Adana felt strangely at ease. Her sensitive eyes, which struggled in the bright sun, could see clearly in the filtered light. She noticed things others would miss: a strangely shaped stone, a pattern in the moss, a bird's call that seemed to guide her. The map, which was useless in the sunlight, now revealed faint markings under the dim canopy, markings that glowed faintly, visible only to her eyes. She followed the path, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. She wasn't the fragile girl hiding from the sun anymore. She was a guide, a leader. After what felt like an eternity, she found it. Tucked away behind a curtain of vines was a small grotto, and inside, a spring bubbled with the clearest, coolest water she had ever seen. She had found it. The hidden spring of the legend was real. Her return to the village was triumphant. When she led the elders back to the spring, the celebration was unlike any other. They danced and sang, no longer whispering about her skin, but cheering her name, Adana, Adana. They chanted. They didn't see a girl with white skin anymore. They saw their hero, the girl who brought water back to the land. From that day on, everything changed. Adana was no longer Oyinbo. She was Adana, the light of the village. She realized her mother was right. Her difference was not a weakness. It was her greatest strength. She taught the other children how to read under the shade of the mango tree and shared stories of her adventure in the woods. She learned that true belonging doesn't come from looking like everyone else, but from being your true self and using your unique gifts to help others. And in her village, her special light shone brighter than ever before. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more.